Hello, hello, happy Thursday. I am just waiting for Hope to join, and then we will go ahead and get started. I'll have her introduce herself when she comes on here. Hope is one of our clients that has been working with us for the past several weeks, and I'm excited to have her on here and just share a little bit about her journey and the changes we have made together. So as soon as she gets on here, we will get started.
Hey,
How are you doing?
doing well. How are you?
Good. Thanks so much for making time today to come on here.
Of course. I don't mind one bit. I love talking about it.
I really appreciate it. So I guess I'll just have you start by introducing yourself, explaining what you do for work. Yeah, just tell a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Hope, and I live in Nashville, Tennessee, and I am a pediatric nurse at an allergy clinic. And so I work in 8 to 5 job, and kids are my passion. So that's kind of where I'm at.
That's awesome. Could you go over a little bit about like where your health was before you started, I guess, and like what made you decide to join the AV Fit team?
Oh, absolutely. So I have always struggled with my weight ever since I was even in high school, or even before that a little bit. And so I've always gone through fad diets and trying everything. And then when I'm done with my fad diet phase, I end up binge eating. And then so I will get even larger or heavier than I was before and more unhealthy. And so I was in this constant cycle until around July, or even with quarantine. Everybody had that whole funk of quarantine.
Yes.
I was at this point of where I was still eating super unhealthy. And then I was like, I've got to change. And so then I went into this quick fad diet phase. And then I was eating such few calories that my body didn't maintain, but I still wasn't losing any weight regardless of what I was doing. And I wasn't working out, to be honest at all. I was not at all. I was not a workout person. And so I kind of hit this all-time low during quarantine when everybody's just kind of focusing on themselves and realizing everything just comes to light when you are kind of slowing down. And so I realized I needed to make a change. And so I talked to Alex, and then I joined the AV Fit fam. And so it's been game-changing so far. I started in about July, and have been working with you guys since then. And I've seen so many changes in all of my habits and just little things. Now I don't grab for a soda, I grab for my water. And it's just the little things that have been making differences. But yeah.
And with you, it's been great because we've taken these last since July, to just really reverse you out of your crazy diet phase and start building up your calories. And you're eating so much more than you had been, and you're dropping weight. We're seeing changes in the way your clothes are fitting. Your check-in pictures look different.
It's weird. I mean, because I am definitely eating more now than I was before. It also is the difference of what I'm eating. I was eating tons of carbs and fats without any type of protein, basically. And now I am still eating carbs and fat and protein, but mostly protein, and everything is more controlled. But I don't feel that lacking at all.
Yeah. So since you have started eating more and we've started getting some walks in throughout the day and we've started training, how would you say you have noticed, like, how do you feel differently? What changes have you noticed just physically feeling?
Yeah, I am not as tired. Like, I mean, everybody gets tired throughout the day. Like, that's a normal thing. But I was exhausted. Like, I live on the third floor of my apartment, and I would walk up the first floor, and I'd be like, you've got to be kidding me. I have 2 more floors to go. And then I get to the next one, and then finally get up there, and I'm winded, I'm sweating. Now I can walk up them, and sure, my heart races a little bit because I'm walking upstairs, and I do get sweaty, but it's nothing compared to what it was before. And now I find myself looking forward to my alone time or going on walks. And so I have made this little routine of coming home from work and changing my workout clothes, putting on a book on tape, and then walking to the workout facility and then doing my workout and coming on back. And I loved it. Like, I never thought that I would find joy in working out.
Oh, I love that so much.
Yeah.
That's what we say, like, we want this to be like a lifestyle. We want you to enjoy it and not overwhelm you with crazy things we're asking you to do every week. I mean, with you, I would say just these past 2 weeks, we've actually added in just a tiny bit of cardio. But before that, for these past several months, we've only had a little step goal and no cardio at all.
So it's really weird to see that all we've added is, I mean, a little bit more, and it's already made
walking. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, with your so I take notes every time we're on a call, and like one of my things that's just constantly on your notes is that you just every check-in, I feel like it's you feeling stronger in the gym, you have more energy this week, you're enjoying your walks.
Like, I don't know, I just feel like it's a 180 from where I was in July, and people have started to be noticing. Like, the hard part about my journey is that, like we talked about, is I haven't seen a lot of progress in my weight change, but on the scale, but I've been seeing a lot of physical, like, changes with size. And so that's been really cool, and people are starting to notice. They'll see me like, whoa, you've been losing weight, and I'm like, well, I haven't, but I have. So
yeah. And that's probably like one of my favorite things about having like weekly calls with you is I feel like you are very quick to be hard on yourself or get discouraged, and just having these weekly check-ins with you and being like, hey, look at your changes you've made. Like, look at these side-by-side pictures. Look at your measurements. And then we just have to like remind you, hey.
That's why I love this team. Like, truthfully, because I'm terrible on myself, and like I always have been. But having somebody else be like, shut up, Hope. Stop. And actually seeing the good in what I'm doing and how my progress is going is really helpful. And you guys are great about that.
Oh, good. I feel like that's one thing that's also so helpful with our page, our private page, is just we've shared pictures on there before of like side-by-side comparisons, and you would think there'd be a crazy difference on the weight, but people, like, their numbers haven't changed at all, but they look so different.
It's wild how it works like that.
Because we're building up those muscles.
Getting strong.
Yes. So another question I have for you is, what would you say has been the most helpful part of the program for you personally?
So definitely the accountability and the encouragement, like I was just saying, because most of the time I get, like, going back to that to elaborate a little bit, I get so down on myself that I quit. And that has obviously been the cycle before I started this. And so just having you guys remind me has been such a benefit. And then having the accountability of you checking in and being like, hey, drink your water today. Or, hey, this protein works better than that protein. Or just little things that I just wouldn't have known or thought of, or have the time to research, and you've already done all this stuff, and you're like, hey, I know this works. And so that is really cool to have resources. Or you and Alex made a list of places that we can eat and have stuff, and that has been great, because so that I'm not sitting on my phone for a long time trying to figure it out. I'm like, look, I know this will work for my macros, and
exactly.
And I'm not missing out. I'm still going to a fast food restaurant. This is crazy. And we're not fast food, but like quick food. And it's great. So I would say accountability, resources, and having you guys on speed dial, basically.
I feel like I'm probably slightly annoying sometimes because I'm like always checking in on you guys.
I don't mind ever.
Oh, good. Well, one other question I have for you is, what would you say to somebody that is maybe been looking into the team but a little bit on the fence and just can't make that final decision? What would you say to them?
I would say do it, because the hardest part for me was the financial. And I was like, I've been doing it on my own. I mean, do I really want to pay this much money for something that I've been doing? And yes, it is worth the investment for your health. And what I experienced is I wasn't going to do it. And even the financial commitment is what made me more into it even, almost.
Oh, 100%.
And so I was like, I've got to do this now. So like, I better make this right. And so I definitely would say do it. It's game changing, and you get a community that is really helpful because everybody's going through this journey with you.
Mm-hmm. I love our chats and our community. I feel like we're all so close, and just like getting to see our conversations are always so fun on there to me.
Crazy because I'm not even in Ohio, and so I still feel that way, and I'm 6 hours away from everybody.
Yes.
And so that's really cool.
Oh, I love that. Well, I appreciate you so much coming on here. I know you've had a crazy day.
No problem at all.
I look forward to our calls every week. I always tell Alex, you just like brighten my mood every single time we talk. You're always so positive and just come on there with a smile.
Thank you. I love being able to talk with you guys.
Well, have the rest of your night, and thanks again so much.
Absolutely. See you, Lydia.
All right, bye.